Hello everyone, Stuart McAdam here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the similarities which Michael Jordan and Bill Gates share. Now, I don't know if you watched The Last Dance, which was the documentary series about the Chicago Bulls team in 1997 and 1998, but it was one of the most fascinating insights into one of the greatest professional athletes of any generation, Michael Jordan. Now, one of the things that made Michael Jordan such a successful player was something which he actually shares with software entrepreneur Bill Gates, who, in his own right, created an amazingly powerful and extraordinary company in Microsoft, which really just developed out of an idea in his own head. And in watching various interviews with Bill Gates and then watching The Last Dance, there were a couple of common themes and common overlapping personality traits which both people have. And I just made a little write down here of the three things they are. And the first thing was that both of them are very focused people. If you have a look at Michael Jordan, he had an amazing ability to just be in the moment during a game, during training, during media interviews, during endorsement meetings, signing autographs for a player. But he was very focused and determined to make sure that nothing else was bothering him. He wasn't worried about anything else. And in the same way as well, Bill Gates, when he was setting up Microsoft, he was focused on building a successful company. He actually has said in various interviews that he didn't take a day off at all in his 20s, and holidays and vacations were like a foreign concept to him. All he wanted to do was build a successful company, and he wanted to build a company that had the ability to change the world in the same way Michael Jordan was playing, so that anyone who watched him felt like it was justified and that it was really making a difference in someone's life. Second thing I noticed just looking at the notes here is both of them wanted to be the best ever. If you have a look at Microsoft, you have a look at the Chicago Bulls team, you have a look at Michael Jordan, Bill Gates, they didn't just want to be second or third. They weren't content to be 50th down the list. No. They wanted to be the best in their industry, full stop. They had a ruthless desire, a ruthless determination to be as good as they possibly could. And that really generated a strong amount of interest in who exactly they are. It allowed them to experience great success later on. Michael got a huge endorsement with Nike with the Air Jordans, and Bill Gates' company just Microsoft progressively grew out and rapidly shot up in popularity. And you found that as time went on, the more they kept on producing amazing, incredible products and playing great games in Michael's instance, the greater that success was. So if you look at how that carries over into small business, if you want to really sort of experience breakthrough and success, and you want to be experiencing incredible success, you've got to have that desire to be the best ever. Because if you strive towards that, even if you never get there, you are certainly going to outperform the competition by feet, yards, miles, kilometers, light years. Now, third and final thing is both of them had a constant desire to improve. Now, can you imagine if you were alive at the time, the first Windows software that was put onto computers? If you can remember that, just leave a comment in the comment section below if you can remember what the first Windows products looked like. I can tell you right now, they couldn't even begin to imagine the capabilities of these technological products. But that a lot of the improvements in Microsoft products was driven by Bill Gates' ruthlessness, by his taskmaster ability, his understanding that in order to create greatness, you needed to allow the software developers enough space to be creative, but to be ruthless enough to make sure that it was done on time and to spec. And the same thing as well with Michael Jordan. He had a constant desire to improve his game, and he had a constant desire to improve his team's performance and overall results as well. He didn't just want them to be good in one thing and neglect the other thing. No, everything needed to be the best. And if you watch The Last Dance, you'll begin to see that determination becomes, even greater as his career progresses. And in the same way as well with Bill Gates, his non-stop determination to create fantastic software that has the ability to innovate and change the world and what people can do with desktop computers. I think it's pretty fair to say that he's more than accomplished that. And if you have a look at where Microsoft is going now, they're just launching off into a new stratosphere, and this is without Bill Gates's sort of direct input anymore. He's just left such an incredible legacy that everyone feels an obligation to just carry it on as well. So those are 3 talking points I found there. Now, the reason why I think these are so important, which I'll just cover them once more, being focused, wanting to be the best, and having a constant desire to improve. If you're a small business owner, those are 3 very important precepts that you can apply to take your performance and your game to the next level. Because if you're focused and you get rid of outside distractions, you can work on developing a great business. If you want to be the best ever, your performance is going to lift markedly and your standards are going to be a lot higher. So the room for failure or second best is not an option. And if you can apply that, then you definitely set yourself up to outperform your competition quite comfortably. And I can tell you what, if you work on just that alone, wanting to be the best ever, then your chances of really experiencing breakthrough success are astronomical. Thirdly is a constant desire to improve. If you just get comfortable and if you just keep things going as they are, you're slowly sliding backwards. Business doesn't operate on a level where, I'll just get my phone, give you an example. It doesn't operate on a flat line curve like this. It's kind of like you're standing, if you imagine standing on this, it's kind of like that. So if you're constantly creating improvements, then you can sort of even it out there and maybe even tilt it down and keep going forward. If you've just keep things as they are, you're slowly going to slide backwards. And if you sort of just put in the bare minimum, it kind of flatlines and you stay where you are, maybe improve just a little bit. So make sure that you take these lessons as well and have a look at various interviews with Bill Gates and watch The Last Dance if you've got Netflix. It's a fascinating expose and insight into not just Michael Jordan, but also the entire Chicago Bulls team and wider management as well. There's a lot of great interviews out there that Bill Gates has done with 60 Minutes and various other media publications. He's been in the public spotlight for over 35 years now, and he's a really smart, clever, and intelligent person. And both of these men have experienced extraordinary success, which I think anybody who is really looking to do well with their own small business, it would definitely be worth your while taking some time to go and have a look at these great men and have a look at some of the things that they applied, especially those 3 things I mentioned earlier on, because success leaves clues. And if you're able to go and look at those clues and take them and apply them in your business, then you're going to experience success that is far greater than you could ever have imagined. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please subscribe to my channel and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.